I'm going to show you how I gained 30,000 followers on my TikTok theme page in 7 days. Here's a screenshot for those of you that might not believe me. Inside of this video, I'm going to be giving you the 6 main tips that I used that have helped me to get my TikTok following to over 450,000 followers. Okay, so tip number 1 is going to be to have a good hook. For those of you that don't know what a hook is like the first sort of 3 to 5 seconds of a video where you're trying to make sure that whoever scrolls onto your video stays on that video. There are 3 main different types of hooks that we are going to use, and that is going to be a visual hook. So that is where there might be a really cool view, or it could be something that somebody is doing that is unusual, maybe something like sitting on the edge of a building or walking on the edge of a building. As you can imagine, when you're scrolling TikTok, you'll probably stay and watch that video because it brings you on edge a little bit. Then we've got audio hooks. That is what somebody is saying. You could even throw trending sounds into this, but if somebody is saying something controversial or straight away they're saying something that entices you, then that is going to keep you hooked on watching the rest of the video. Then we have also got text hooks. So text hooks is where you essentially have like a bit of a title on your video. So what might this be? This could be you saying something about what the video is like, such as this speech changed my life. That is a type of visual hook you can use, and when people scroll, if they read that, it's probably gonna make them want to watch the video if it is something that is truly life-changing. Hooks are especially effective when you use them simultaneously. So if you can use an audio hook and a visual hook together, or all 3 together, if you can use an audio, visual and a text hook together, you're gonna have a much higher chance of keeping people engaged. And if you can keep people engaged on the video, then they're more likely to watch until the end. And on TikTok, in terms of getting your videos out there and getting viral videos, which will allow you to gain that growth, you need to have a good watch time. So the algorithm likes it if you keep people on your post. So hooks are extremely important to think about when you're trying to grow your page and get your viral video. An example of a type of hook that has been going viral in my niche recently is where there is like a short clip at the start that baits them, and then it is something like a motivational post. So I'll throw out some examples around me, but for example, you could have a massive giant snowball being thrown off a building. Right before it's about to splash and get satisfying, it will cut to an AI voice or whatever, and clips of like a money niche or whatever kind of niche you're in, and it will just be talking about how you need to stop wasting your time watching these pointless videos and that kind of thing. The reason these hooks work really well is because people want to see what's going to happen. They want to see the explosion because it's something that's going to be satisfying. And 2, there is sort of visual and audio hooks working at the same time, because you can usually hear the people either counting down for the snowball, which is an audio hook, and there's also a visual hook, because for the snowball one, for example, they're on the edge of a building with a fat snowball, which is obviously going to give you a bit of an idea of what they're about to do. Another one that has been going around is a cliff falling off onto boats. The audio hook is in the video, you hear people screaming, and then the visual hook is obviously the edge of the cliff or the massive rock falling off. So these are some types of really good hooks that have been working in my niche recently, and some that you can go away and try for yourself. Okay, so point number 2 is going to be to focus on using good sounds. So how can you find good sounds? You really want to sort of curate your feed for one. So make sure when you're scrolling, you only interact with posts that are in your feed, and you only follow pages that are going to help you get post ideas. And 2, you can go and look at some other pages. So you might look at bigger pages in your niche and find which sounds and sort of audios are working well for them. Whether that be trending sounds, or whether that just be a certain type of AI voice, or maybe it's a David Goggins speech, whatever is working for those bigger pages is probably going to work for you as well. But one thing to note when you are doing this, you need to make sure that you get on it as soon as possible, as if you don't, then you're going to miss out, because people have going to already heard it, and then when they hear you on your video again, they're not going to want to watch it or listen to the audio again, so it'll swipe past. So make sure you're getting on these nice and early, and you can experience some great growth from using this strategy. Also, make sure to take advantage of trending sounds, especially on TikTok. Trending sounds are really important, as they can help hook people in, and also it helps push your video out if you post a video under a trending sound, because TikTok is posting that content out, and when people hear it, they like the song, or for whatever reason it's trending for a reason. So people are probably going to stay on the post for even a split second longer, which allows you to try and hook them in for that split second longer. So trending sounds on TikTok is another way to try and grow your page. Make sure you're staying up to date and finding which sounds are the best. If you do want help with this, check out my Discord in the description. I post trending sounds in there that you can go and use for your own TikTok. Okay, so point number 3 is going to be the volume that you post, and also the sort of consistency that you post. When I say volume, I don't mean volume as in audio, I mean the amount of posts you're putting out. So on TikTok, it differs to Instagram a fair bit, because you can post a lot more than Instagram. On Instagram, if you post too much, I feel like your page can get hurt a bit. Whereas on TikTok, if you post a lot, they don't really seem to care too much. When I first started my page, my posts weren't very good. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was posting like 3 to 5 times a day, and just purely because of the fact that I was posting a lot of volume and I was posting consistently, I managed to get to 20k followers just through almost brute force in a way. The videos weren't very good. Once I improved those videos, that's where I saw the actual growth. But this just shows that on TikTok, if you put a lot of volume and consistency, you will see growth even if the quality of content isn't amazing. With that being said, the way I see it is the more posts you do, the more almost like tickets you have at going viral. While it's not all luck and there is things behind it, the more you post, the more likely you are to go viral. If you post once a month, you've got to be very lucky for that to go viral. If you post 30 or 60 or 90 times a month, one of those posts is probably quite likely to go viral, especially when you get to the sort of 90 posts per month sort of range. Okay, so tip number 4, this leads on a little bit from the last tip, but this is going to be quality. So when you post, you want to up the quality of your posts as much as you can. You want to try and improve your editing, try and improve everything you can, because this is just going to get you way more followers. This was the difference between me getting 20k in 2 months just off of sheer volume and consistency of posting versus managing to get 30k in 1 week just by posting 2 times a day at the time. So how do you improve your quality? There's sort of a few ways, but it's improving your video editing, and then also just it does almost come with time and posting. So posting a lot does help because you learn to edit better and stuff. However, if you want to bypass some of that, I am going to be dropping a full editing guide for CapCut on this channel very soon. So if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss that when it comes out. Once it is out, I will link that video in the description so you can go and check it out. But quality of your editing is going to be the main thing for improving the quality of your videos. Another thing is going to be improving the quality of the sort of clips in the background. If you are using clips, whether that be stock footage, whether that be simple videos of cars, whatever, you need to improve those clips. So make sure when you're finding those clips, you try and find HD versions. You want to look at places like Instagram, they sort of have some good quality clips, or if you're going for stock footage, you've got websites like Pexels, but make sure you're using the highest quality footage, as this is just going to make the overall video a lot better and a lot nicer on the eye. Point number 5 is going to be picking a niche. So you need to make sure that when you do start posting, you're posting within a niche. If I post 1 week about something totally irrelevant and the other week about something else totally irrelevant, people might follow for one video and then unfollow because of the other video. So make sure that you're posting and it's sort of concentrated all under one sort of umbrella, I guess you could say, of content. So whether that be sort of talking about motivation or money or whatever, but you want to keep it under one umbrella. Otherwise, you're going to get people that might like one video, then they might go and visit your page to see if they want to follow or not, and they see that you're posting loads of random stuff, so they're probably not going to follow. So if I were you, I would make sure you stick to one niche. And sticking to this one niche will probably help you increase that conversion from viewer to follower, as well as just keep getting in front of those people's eyes and making sure they follow. So if they don't follow after the first video they see of yours, make sure that they see a second and third, and then they're probably going to follow because it keeps getting suggested to them, which means they probably like it. Okay, so the last point, which is point number 6, is going to be to keep up with what is trending within your niche. So I see a lot of people in my niche at the minute who are trying to grow their pages, doing trends and using trending audios from 6 months ago when I was starting up my page. So this isn't really going to work. You need to use things that are trending now. So things that are trending now within my niche is, we talked about earlier, the sort of hooks of things falling, or yeah, those kind of hooks. Then you've also got the AI voices, which is just the main trending thing. I still see a lot of people trying to like use almost podcasts and stuff. It can work now and then, and I do suggest you throwing them in because you never know, they might blow up considering it's something slightly different. But at the minute, the thing that is getting most people the most amount of views is the AI sounds. They're just killing it at the minute. So while that is trending, you need to take advantage of it, as trends come in waves and cycles, and if you don't take advantage of them, you're going to be left behind. I hope you found these tips helpful. I know for a fact that if you stay consistent with these tips and tricks I've talked about in this video, you will see some great success with your page in your own niche, as this has worked for me and it's managed to get me to over 450,000 followers on TikTok. If you did find this video helpful, I would highly suggest subscribing, because I post weekly videos about social media growth and business. So if that is something that interests you, I would really suggest you subscribe, as I'm sure you're going to enjoy what we are bringing to this channel. If you want to stay up to date with me even more and what's going on and get even more tips from me, I have a free Discord you can join in the description. There's over 6,000 people in there, and it's just a good place to be surrounded by like-minded people. We all help each other grow our pages. So yeah, if you're looking to grow your page or start up a business, that is a great place to be. Now, one thing I always say, if you're going to be creating reels and posting them on TikTok, you may as well post them on Instagram as well, as it gives you more chance of going viral on different platforms, and you can grow 2 different platforms which can benefit you in 2 different ways. So if you are going to start your page and start growing your Instagram, check out this video over here about how I grew my Instagram 25k followers in 7 days, as in this video I'll talk about the tips that are more specific to Instagram. This will give you a great understanding of the 2 most powerful social media platforms right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.